Hello, all of you cute beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Big Ambitions, where we're actually going to do the factories now because we desperately need to. Yeah, there's some products I can no longer order, and so now I have to go do it.
Yay, vertical production chains.
Also, we're using the TF talkies because they're fun, and I have food and I'm eating a little bit, so, you know, good excuse. So TF me!
Should we add that to the bingo? Come on, people, TF me.
Gab.
Hmm?
First off, yes, that should be added. Secondly, I have been granted access.
Have you? Or are you just saying that?
Tyler's agreed that I get access. He limited how much I can, how powerful of a zap I can do, but...
Here, give me a sec.
And, no, Cosmo, no cake for you.
Oh, shoot. Whoops.
Bang!
Ah! The heart already get destroyed, Master! It doesn't need to be destroyed more! Aw, dang it.
Alright, so... I think we need to go and talk with these three places, as well as get ourselves a new warehouse. Because Warehouse 13 is going to be my primary distribution for actual finished products. So we need another warehouse to hold the ingredients to produce stuff. The question is where to set this up. Alright, so... I think we need to headhunt 3 more purchasing agents. I have 100% skill each.
Maybe before I suffer, let me go put away the dishes.
Oh no, Cosmo, you need to admit that you are cute. That's how you are allowed access to cake.
Master,
Yes, Ren.
can I have cake?
Are you cute?
Maybe?
Then no.
You know what? I am not having fun, so I'm just gonna go back to normal difficulty.
So, Ren, future reference, you know, after an interaction like that, maybe don't follow it up with, you know, that you're not having fun and something negative.
Oh!
Yeah, you see what you did?
Yeah, I did. No, no, guys. It's. Uh, so
Ducks, are
on
you
the game I'm
cute?
playing, uh, the game I'm playing is called Rhythm Doctor, and I was getting frustrated on it, so I'm playing back to normal instead of hard. Ah, this has nothing to do with the conversation I had with Master. Okay? Okay.
Okay, let me send that over to you.
Oh, god damn it, it's another website altogether.
Okay, I'm sorry. I needed to save money on it.
Also, Ducks, are you a good boy?
Why are we going on the everyone calling themselves cute spree?
Because they want cake.
I want cake.
Are you cute?
Hell yeah.
Are you a good boy?
Fuck no.
Then no.
Zim, are you
Worth it.
cute? Gib Gab. Yeah, hell yeah. Zim, also Zim. Are you a good boy? Gib Gab. Fuck no.
Okay, I could answer to get the cake, or I could answer honestly.
I appreciate that you
You know-
answered honestly.
Ah.
You know,
We've
for your honesty, Gib Gab, I present you with one of my double brownies.
I find
Odd.
this acceptable.
Bonnie.
Got A. Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
Got A plus.
Hey.
Renzel shark doo 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 doo. Renzel shark doo 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 doo. Renzel shark doo 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 doo. Renzel shark. Then you may have a cake, Ducks.
Am I a good boy?
Are you a good boy, Ren?
Yes, Master.
I don't know. Would a good boy lock Era out of the house? And hit him with a door when he was trying to be helpful?
I'm gonna go fuck my hole then.
Well, lucky for you,
Get
you
that.
have a hole right there in the room with you.
Oh God.
Good God, nerd.
The thing is, he really does have one there.
You made it.
Well, no. The room that he's in at Era's house has this little, like, bomb shelter thing. Just a hole in the wall. He literally has a hole that he could go in. I have no idea, Ducks. I didn't provide the cake. There's just apparently cake, and Cosmo wants some, but won't admit he's cute.
This is not acceptable cake wanting behavior.
Ah. All right.
Not acceptable
level.
cake wanting behavior.
Doctor, you gotta help me. My heart's not feeling too good. I don't know what to do.
I see Ren is practicing for future roleplay scenarios. And not the tabletop kind.
Oh my.
Oops.
No, he mentioned doctor, so, you know, it is Rain trying to do doctor stuff. Complete with him saying, I don't know.
Oops.
You know, of all the things that the human body can do, I think one of the worst things is needing to sneeze when you've got food in your mouth.
You're not wrong.
Ah. Ah. Nope. 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 I'm not having a B plus. Nope. 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 Nope.
Won't settle for anything less than the A.
Yes.
That is shark behavior
Well,
right there.
well, you heard him, Zim. You won't settle for anything less than you plundering the A.
I was just gonna put it up quietly and wait for people to notice. But yes, Roy works fast. I believe that means Bren has noticed.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful and hot. Good combo.
Yeah. Handsome is a good word.
I mean, more like the art's beautiful. But yes. Dirk is handsome.
Beautiful. Handsome.
Yes.
Holy crap.
I mean, I'll absolutely be getting a TF talkie of it at some point. I know I already have a dragon form, but this isn't... it's not really my dragon form. Though personally, I'm feeling like the neck might be better off a little bit shorter.
Alright.
Hmm.
Boss battle time. Oh boy. Warning, this does have flashing lights. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ren.
6, 7.
Ren.
1, 2, 3. Yes.
Pat.
Mhm.
This is, to be fair, a game where I fully understand that it. Like I've said, from what I've understood, it is not an easy rhythm game.
Here we go. Here's the real battle.
I'm going to see a thing. Because I really do not want to drive 2 more trucks all the way over from that island. So I think I'm going to... Oi! I'm driving here! Sort of. More crashing, but that's beside the point.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I think I'm gonna go see if I can actually get the factories or the warehouses with trucks already in them. I don't know if that's something that they do in this game.
Wow.
All right, take 2. Here we go.
Alright, then I've got another whip to show.
Oh dear.
No, Ducks, I do not want to do that because I don't want my friends to be my enemies. So here we've got the orange and red.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I'm thinking putting some red on the lower back there might be best. You know, the where the rear is and such.
Around where the wing membranes seem to connect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
a little
go!
bit. Oh, goodness. A little bit there would bring it together, yeah.
Thank you, Tecmo. Thank you.
That's Tecmon.
Come on.
But yeah, thoughts of this versus just the red or just the orange?
It looks really good, to be honest.
I like it.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd say like
Go ahead.
If anything, it might be worth like playing with like coloring different areas, like you said, just to see like which one you like best or which one ends up looking the most, you know. Good.
Great, here we go. Lo-fi time. Ready, set, go. Bum, 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 bum.
Pat pat the ring. He's so absorbed he didn't even notice.
Oh, I did wag my tail.
Ah.
I guess it just wasn't audible.
Well, yeah, wagging your tail is not audible.
Okay, I'm moving my fridge right next to the front door. Grab a snack on my way out.
Oh my god, that's so funny. So they implemented the spider, but it asks you if you do not want to see a spider on screen, press the button twice. That's hilarious.
Ugh.
Oh, get so.
What happened?
It's the weekend.
I don't even think it's mobile game behavior at this point. That's just AAA game behavior. Or game developer behavior.
Yay. Now I gotta get that thing all the way over there. Right, I have to go move the first one before I can buy a second. Illegally parked my ass.
Oh, where did you? Surely you must be aware that as a dragon illegally punk your ass somewhere is going to consume a lot more space than if you were, you know, a Marten.
Funny.
Ah!
Cute.
Ugh.
Apparently Ren finds it gross that I might say that.
No! No! Oh no!
I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm certain it's hilarious.
My rhythm got all just it's all messed up now.
So you're blaming Zim for messing up your rhythm?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, this. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm standing here, pedestrians and such. Don't mind me. And my big-ass truck. That's going to take an absolute age to move over to where I want it.
I'll get this, Tekmon. I'll get this.
Oh, damn it. I can't just turn on auto run. I have to hold the button.
Wow.
No, Ren definitely does not struggle on rhythm games. He doesn't struggle on any games. Unless they rely on... we'll say strategic maneuvers. As opposed to pure skill. Oh, this is such a dumb idea. I am just waiting. There it is. Ha ha!
Yep. Okay. Oh, I also have that game, Tekmon.
You would. Alright, turn this off. Yes, I do own that, or am renting it rather, technically. So we want that one. And over here. And that's the street that I want to go down. Alright. Coming through! Oh crap. Ah! Oh hey, there's a giant billboard for the Cobalt Club there. Ah, here it is. And
I did, Tekmon. I did.
Going to eat a bunch of parking tickets, but I don't care.
Yeah, you're a dragon. Make sure you care about the parking tickets. Just eat them, Lamau.
Now let's go get our other one.
Meow.
Duke.
Meow.
Duke. Duke.
Row.
Fair point.
Get that. Go.
Wait, do you have to calibrate games?
Calibrate
Some
the
games
audio.
require- yeah, for delay and such.
Oh. Well, did you, Ren?
I'm also,
What was that, Master?
Did you calibrate?
Yes.
admittedly, I mostly see it in like the rhythm games that play on like mobile, where because usually it's like wireless headset on like a phone, there's just a little bit more delay. And you know, rhythm game, half a second is everything. So even like that, reducing the delay by even just a little bit already helps a lot. Sorry,
Okay,
I also
B
decided to
plus.
play against some distracted.
B plus. Okay.
Oh yeah. Although, I didn't know you were playing Apeco as well.
Hey, Ryan.
Imagine.
Raijin! Mwah! Ooh. 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 New whip.
Dear Lord. That's quick.
That was fast.
Ooh.
I'll do that later.
I like. Good night, ducks.
Night ducks.
Oh my god, Raijin. Yeah, I really
I
like
like it.
this too. I really like this too. I think I wanted to go back to the black on the shoulders there, the front shoulders. But otherwise, I think that's fantastic.
You can't see my mouse, but like I'm drawing it from like the wing and down over the shoulder. Like all that being black so it connects, I think would solidify it. Because then it sections off the red that goes along the back and the haunch.
And meanwhile, have this.
Ah, using Ren as the YCH character. Got it.
No, your kobold here. That's the collar. Could be Ren, could be Ido, Hex, Rex.
Oh my god, is that what the current lineup is? Ido, Hex, Ren, Rex?
I mean, I just pulled out, a few of the pet names, in general, but
Oh, I liked it because it ranked.
I do not know yet who will be in the game.
Just
Beyond...
like a line, it's a rhyme.
Oh, God.
Sorry, you were saying?
So I take it you aren't gonna want Gib Gab in the game. Because
Gibgab's
clearly they're
not
going
one
to
of
be...
my pets. Actually,
Or
Yeah,
one.
but they're...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just like, oh, right, I have a thing now.
Hmm.
Oh, wow, it's 10... This only goes up to 15? Really?
I hard limited it.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I was told it was, so that's what I said it did.
I don't know. There.
I mean, technically Gib Gab belongs to a dragon. So, I don't know, cameo of a bubblegum pink kobold with a lime obsession?
You know, Kia just gave you the perfect idea. You know how my kobold can say hi? Blimey, what a good day. Get it? Blimey.
What is your kobold, British?
Could be. Ow.
By the way, where are you wearing it, Gib Gab?
In the thigh.
Okay, good.
Oh!
I was told to wear it on the neck.
Well, I was making sure, because, yeah, you should not wear it on the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Let's freaking go!
Oh my goodness.
You know, Key.
Hmm.
You could say that Ren just had a sublime game.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be a thing
I'm
for a
sorry, I
while, isn't it?
can't resist. Ow.
Thank you, Ido! Thank you, Tegmon!
You are deserving each and every one of these.
I know. But I can't help it. They're too good. What else am I supposed to do? Not say them?
Oh boy. I remember this one. This is when it really starts to get hard. Even more hard, I should say.
God damn. I hate that I'm thinking of them only now that you're realizing you can do this. Take heed.
Hmm?
You know what occupation the kobold could be?
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be something involving limes.
A climber. Ow.
I am literally doing it on the lowest intensity.
I know, but it still hurts. I'm opinion about it.
What's going on?
I have access to Gib Gab's shock collar.
No.
And he
This
is...
like
The Sudokus weren't working.
it's because I enjoy doing Sudokus.
Yeah, so now we're going the more extreme method.
Oh boy.
And he's got more ideas.
Hmm?
I can tell you've got more in that you're coming up with.
What makes you think that? I would never hide it.
Is it okay to preemptively punish someone?
No.
To be fair, it is like the lowest one, so it's not the worst.
Alright, you two just sit there and wait. In the meantime, taxi!
God.
Okay, fine. It is worth saying. I can't hold it back. To be fair, I will admit the only thing I would like to see is the first enemy be a slime.
You know what, Gib Gab? I'll play into this briefly. Did you know that lemons do not occur naturally?
Mhm.
They are a crossbreed between a lime and a bitter citron.
Hmm.
You know, Himbo Hunter, if you want banned, then go ahead and make that joke, but... Otherwise,
Hard.
don't make that kind of joke.
I had it so good, but I lost it. I lost the rhythm. Dang it.
Oh, go find it, nerd.
Also, yes, I do believe citrons still exist. Lemons did not supplant lime nor citron.
That's what I'm currently reading. I didn't know they exist. Apparently, they're least concerned on the conservation status, so I guess they didn't go extinct. Ow, that last one wasn't the least one, was it?
What was that?
The last one wasn't the least intensity one, right?
No, the one regarding the slime, no, that was an 8.
uh,
Yeah, when I saw that it only went up to 15, I was very concerned at first that,
it was just really weak.
no. I
Oh,
thought
that
that
it would be like... good.
I was thinking that it's like, okay, so that's 15 is 100% power? Jeez.
No, it does go up to 100. I just capped right at that.
Oh my god.
I was already a wreck yesterday when like Shine hit the 25 intensity 3-second shocks. Although to be fair, she did it 18 times in a row.
Swing
Goodness.
beat. Swing beat is not easy at all, Tickmon. Holy crap.
So,
And to be fair, I fully deserved it.
when it comes to that, you want to hold off on that. It's better to do a higher intensity for the same, for, like 3 seconds than it is to space them out like that.
Myself.
I don't know the specifics, I just know that's one thing Artie has told me. And, well, he's the expert here.
Fair enough. Only Nardi's sciencing on it. I'm because I still am curious how a lot of it ends up working. I'm sorry, Regin. I already stole the slime joke. Ha. What will I play? I don't know what to play anymore.
Do you have Escape from Duckov?
No.
Well, what are your options then?
That's a great question. Let's see. I don't know. Brent's not making me want to play a rhythm game.
Okay, I got a B plus finally. Oh, that really shouldn't be as hard as it is, but holy crap. Ah.
Mwah, the Raijin. Somebody wants insurance now. Very well. Have your insurance.
Isn't that a drop in the bucket for you anyway?
Well, yeah, I'm not upset about it.
I know, but you said it like Severus Snape being all disdainful.
Well, of course. I'm a corporate overlord. I'm supposed to be all disdainful of people.
Yes, human lives mean nothing to you. It's all about the work, money.
Precisely. I am a dragon. They are sheep. Beneath my notice. Though
What
it
a good
sounds to
intermission.
me that certain Breezel likes the idea of being a sheep beneath me.
Maybe not cheap, but beneath you, yes.
I'm sorry. It never gets old how like simultaneously Ren is such a bottom and then at the same time he's just like, yes, beneath you. Just so eagerly.
Taxi! You carry me forth to here!
Adorable.
Boop, skip gap nose.
Keith.
What? You couldn't find more? Ugh. Fine. I guess I will accept a lesser skilled frickin' person. Now!
I'll just keep grinding Zadar and start cartoon. Also, Mao? What, the lawn? A dab.
Put you in there. And we need... one more purchasing agent, and I guess at a lower skill level. Blah.
Oh god,
Blah,
sorry,
I say.
Techmon had like... Techmon has a brilliant point. You know how they say that games are like, you know, we like games because they represent the fantasy we can't achieve IRL? This game is Ren's fantasy. He's healing people.
Oh my god!
Ow.
That's what his patients say.
You don't need to get Rain into an arcade. He'll just go and do it on his own.
I mean, what do you do in the weekend sometimes? I go to the arcade!
Yeah. Like, he claims he went to a dinner thing on Sunday, but in reality, he actually just, you know, fucked off and went to the arcade.
Insanely based. I respect that.
TF Rain into an arcade cabinet? I mean, I'm sure he would love to feel me wiggle his controller around. I really can't make anything hot to him.
Apparently.
I mean, he does love being played with.
Okay, if anybody have not seen Rhythm Doctor, I really recommend you actually seeing like in the second screen of this, because this is gonna be amazing.
So apparently I could just have a nature theme with my warehouses. It's all green and they've got plants in it.
Boss stage, here we go.
Or there's the industrial theme. I think we'll go with this.
We need more minerals. We require more minerals.
Okay, so... we are not able to afford that yet.
Oh god.
Yes, what can I do for you, my pet?
Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god, okay, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Holy crap. Oh.
Alright, I think we have a finalized base.
Nice.
Ooh. Very.
Yeah, this is good. This is very good. Thoughtsky?
Ooh, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
I thought so.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay.
Well,
This is gonna be a lot harder.
hello there, Artie. Do I need to be worried about Ren's background there, Ido? Ren?
Yes, master.
Are you about to get banned?
No.
Artie, you stop over at Ren's stream before mine. It's just Hyro. that you heard about the pillowcase.
That's a good point.
Hyro's pillowcase with King on it, like... Alright, Artie, join voice.
God, this is hard.
Not on stream, right? Goodness.
Ha 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 ha.
Hardy hard hard.
All right.
Tug, tug, Artie.
And thank you, Artie.
Artie! I don't think he's wearing his collar. That's a bad boy.
Rip Artie.
Oh. It
He
is about
cute.
time that I have dinner. It is about time that I have dinner and go to bed. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining. You wonderful, precious bean.
Oh, have a good night, all.
He always welcome.
Wow.
Press Alt 4.
Why can I assign delivery drivers to my businesses? Like my retail places.
I think everything needs more retail, clearly is the answer.
Artie, tug tug. I do not like to repeat myself.
Might be busy.
He's in the chat. Pat pat the wren. Wow, now my weasel is ignoring me too? Hi, Artie.
Why is Idol biting me?
Because you weren't listening.
I I just went to take my medicine before I forgot again, and then it fell behind the fridge. So
Wait, what? You know what, Sim? I feel like you gotta respect that excuse.
I ain't gotta respect shit.
It's it's one I haven't heard before. It's a new one. I'll give him that.
Well, yes, I'll grant him that.
I respect the originality. I was
So-
trying to.
If you've been here all this whole time, Marty, what do you think of the dragon form?
oh, dragon form.
You're kidding me. My
Ah.
headphones just restarted. Sorry, what did you say, Zol? What did you think of what?
Well, I was just asking Artie what he thought of my dragon form, since he said he's been here the whole time.
No, I said
Hmm.
I would just have the stream open. I just woke up. Oh, kind of just woke up. Oh, I have to see what's a dragon is.
There you go.
Oh. Is there a dragon that likes shiny things? Very pretty color.
A dragon that likes shiny things. That's a given. That is every dragon. And you're going to be one of my kobolds that goes and collects my shinies.
Well, what's this? Cobalt.
Yes, I'm dragging you into our new Scar campaign.
You're dragging
why
him, eh?
Why am I a cobalt now? Don't think I'm
Because
that
I want you
stupid.
to be. Actually, kobolds are quite intelligent, actually.
Every cobalt that I know is
It wasn't that bad. Come on.
Yes, it was that bad.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
was.
It's just a cliche one.
Ah.
But yes, we're doing a new tabletop RPG
yeah.
where I will be the storyteller and dragon, and you, as well as other pets, will be my kobolds. You'll be my players, and I'll send you off on various missions.
Oh. Well, I never been in one of those. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, surprisingly, I have not played any games like that. I'll probably give it some answers.
What was that?
I don't know, just keep asking me some questions.
E. I sent the question in the end because I was curious after Sim said it.
Oh, about the repeat zaps versus one big zap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Artie told me.
Did not read.
I honestly have no idea. I don't think there's any difference between that two.
Between what, sorry?
For the longer zaps or the shorter one. It's just the longer one, it feels different.
Yeah, that I've noticed.
Ah. Yeah, you told me that I shouldn't do the multiple zaps, instead just do one bigger one.
Me? No.
I kid you not. I swear, I was thinking this entire time, this is gonna be like a himbo run moment. It's just gonna be like, what? I never said that. Even though Zim's like gonna be like, I swear you've said that before.
Well, I'm just going to... In my defense, he dropped his meds behind the fridge.
Got him.
I did. It went like under the fridge, so I just have to grab a new one.
Fridge meds. I feel so bad for this Carix player. It really was just like, alright, I play Sagara, attack move over here, everything is dead. Yeah, you can handle the backline. Thank you. You just defend and make sure nothing bothers me and I'll kill everything. And I'm not even playing with like the buffed up Sagara, I'm playing like the the weak part of Sagara. I love this thing. But yeah, if you're curious, like, it was just because yesterday I was being a giant gremlin and I completely deserved the 18-25 intensity zaps I got in a row for 3 seconds each. But it kind of gave me that curiosity of like, huh.
Yeah, there are the pie shop one was the smaller one. They don't leave any marks or anything. I play with those that are like probably the strongest one you can get for hunting dogs, yeah, they do those. Those do leave a mark, especially after I, went to a con, and then I was like, oh yeah, there's a mark there. Not wouldn't say it's a burn mark, but
It's a mark.
it's a mark.
Artie, just you wait until I get my claws on you and the marks I'm gonna leave behind.
Marks.
Yes, I know I don't have that product available. The game took them away!
You need more products. Said in the same tone as you need more pylons.
Well, in that case, it needs to be more. You must acquire additional products!
Alright, game developers, you heard it. New voice pack idea.
Some of the higher end Shaco, they actually have like different patterns comparing to like, I don't know, pie shocks, whatever they got that one from and rebranded it. The waveforms are different, so it does different things, I believe. At least to me, it feels different.
Fair enough.
And probably like 3 times stronger than the pie shock.
Ooh. Ouch. I don't. The one that I got, I immediately went at some point and was just like, okay, I need to know how high it goes. Let me try a 100. Ow. Ow. What did I do?
Nothing. I was just proving a point.
What point?
Exactly.
Points.
Oh my
Actually,
god, you little asshole!
This was a mistake.
What's a mistake?
Give me the ability to be even bigger of a gremlin.
Those are actually pretty good at that while they don't you can connect it to the internet, they're actually pretty good at using you can use it at a con and stuff. I remember I was at the for example for the MFF, I was at like the front door of Hired. My room was they were using it in the executive suite, like back far backside, and it actually reached. The building that with the room numbers start with 20.
Oh god. It's this mission. I forgot. Sorry, I just realized what mission we're in. I hate this mission.
But I haven't played with those for quite a bit. Mainly because I haven't went to any cons for a few years, and I haven't visited anyone.
Well, maybe sometime in the future.
Well, yes, he's going to be coming to Furry Migration, where I will have all the access to him.
Oh god. Ugh. No! Bruh. My queen!
And of
use
course,
everyone's.
we can't forget little Ren. We'll get you the zappies too, don't worry. And hello there, Raijin. Mwah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I don't know how that work. Like at the con, I guess we'll have to bring the box with me
We
and,
can do that. I always have my bag with me anyways, you know, mobile hotspot. It's quite easy to pull off.
And I guess if you like put a laptop in there, it'd be perfect, right?
For actually, I believe you can. I do have like you can rebind it into a remote. It will disable the internet connection for the meanwhile, but you can use that remote instead. I'm not sure if PyShark still sell them, but they do have that remote that you can bind it onto. And up to 2 of them, I think you can connect to each remote.
Well, you know what you need to acquire before furry migration this year.
I already have it.
Oh, wonderful.
That's why.
So make sure you bring it with you.
That's how I discovered that while connected to that remote, it will disable the internet function.
What's up, Ren?
I lost the rhythm. I lost it so bad. Ugh.
Did you get distracted from me talking about you?
Actually, no. That was before I got lost my rhythm.
Ah, you didn't even know I was talking about you. Understood.
No, I.
I mean, Ren's game is like flying across the screen, and I don't even know how he's hitting. Be able to see anything and hitting it.
That's very simple. He's a shark.
What is shark?
You know, like a card shark or a pool shark, you know, someone that says they're not very good and then just winds up mopping the floor with everybody.
Oh, that's not good.
You see, it's flying across the screen again. And it's flipping left and right.
Okay. I'm on a good path. I'm on a good path.
Oh, I'm sure you're a good path, Ren. I'll enjoy stepping all over you.
Oh my gosh.
look, he got zapped.
No, he messed up, which of course means that you get zapped, Artie. You know how this works.
Rip Artie. Ren, you have to do it for Artie. You can't make mistakes.
Oh, I just made one.
Oh, well, alright.
I'm sorry, Artie.
The little sadist over here, so happy to announce that he makes a mistake like that. I think he's enjoying hearing Artie's poor whines.
Okay, look, my man, 0-2 player. I know you're not the greatest player in history, and neither am I, but I can't keep defending and running on over to attack. We need to pick one or the other. You need to do something. I don't even know how we're gonna do this one.
Blah. I am very much in a holding pattern right now on this game, and I do not like that.
No.
What are you holding?
Time.
Time.
Having to just wait for more money to come in to actually do what I want to do and get things going.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That was a bad run.
Good night, June. Thank you for coming by.
Night.
Oh wait, Tuesday already? No. Never mind, someone's messing with me.
Oh, not a problem, Artie. I'll take care of messing with you.
Yeah, I tend to like to do that.
Alright, so we got all that taken care of. We've got new products on the way. We need about another few 100,000 more, and then we can finally start actually using our factory. Good night, Ido. Pat the mofu mofu. You're a good boy.
And Ido.
Night.
Okay.
He kills Agara. Cringe. What?
Oh,
Rouse explosion.
Ah, hello, Bernie. So,
Boom.
we've got an update to share.
Oh.
an update.
That is good dragon. Yeah.
I remember seeing someone's fursuit with this color palette, and I was like, "Wow, that's so I like it. That's very special color."
Mhm.
Great, now I have to scrap it and come up with something else because apparently it's derivative.
All art is derivative.
Thank you, Tekmon. Thank you. Oh.
I'm gonna grip what Gren and squeeze them until they squeak.
That was more difficult than I thought. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, the game got to a point where it just flashes all over the screen, and you can't even see what's going on. Yeah, that's had to be difficult.
Well, they're doing a big mix of visual and audio. At that point, they want you to focus on the audio more than the visual aspects.
I see.
But that is still very difficult.
Yeah.
That was a rough mission.
I forgot that I had investments, so I just cashed them all out. Well, not all. I left the ones that are currently not doing well, so that way I don't lose any money. But
You're supposed to always hold until the line goes up. And then when the line goes up, you hold.
nah.
Oh, you sell when the line goes up.
Oh no, because if it's gonna keep going up, what would you sell?
And you just
Hi, Wernie.
Oh wow.
Hi, Reagan. Oh my god, I'm tired.
Wow, Ren.
I'm sorry, I'm tired. Ugh,
First, you don't notice Sarah, and smack him in the face with the door, and lock him out. And then you decide my boyfriend is someone else.
I'm sorry.
You know, Zim? I'm increasingly debating the wisdom of giving Ren a shock collar. I don't know if he'll survive.
He does kind of need every brain cell he can get.
Try the brain cells.
I mean, fried calamari. Mm.
So what is Warny Cornelius? It's a horse, but
Marty is currently a raptor.
oh, huh.
Rar.
Alright, so now tonight our warehouse will get set, or our factory will get set up. I need clothing and smartphone production. Those are what I really need.
I think I'm going to take a shower. I haven't showered since last year.
Damn.
That... Oh...
That joke doesn't work anymore.
But it's true though.
Artie?
Wow.
Stinky. Stinky.
Oh, it doesn't. I
Okay,
didn't sweat.
okay. Shower every day. Or at minimum, every other day. Understood?
I would.
Oh, you would hate my younger self.
I would
Ren?
try.
Yes, master?
I'm disappointed in you enough today. Do you really want to give me more reason to be?
Yes.
Funny enough, I showered more than once a day when I was young, cause like I grew up in a tropical place, and it's very uncomfortable. Every time you step outside, you just like, oops, I'm sweating again. And I will
These
go
are the-
shower.
These are your pets, Sim.
I'm aware.
It's just been chilly and cold in here.
There's a reason why. If it's cold, then take a hot shower. That helps a lot with when you're cold. There's a reason why they are pets. They clearly need somebody to take care of them because they can't do it themselves.
Well, like I said, when I was younger, I used to be bad at that.
You are not.
Not anymore,
helping your
though. I
case
take a
right
shower
now,
almost
Ren.
every day. What was that, master?
You are not helping your case right now.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah, now you're just bad at other things.
Oh.
Feel the
Ouch.
backhand of justice!
Yeah, like calling Raijin.
Noticing people in front of doors.
Oh, story.
You'll need to get some raw goods, so get those imported from the Feel the backhand of justice! Your own inventory in no time.
Alright, you guys are good?
forgot what I was gonna say anyway.
Right.
Here, maybe this will help.
Ow.
Did that jog your memory?
No.
Ren.
Just did the opposite. I forgot.
Yes, Raijin?
Ren.
Yes.
I'm sorry for calling you bad. Pat.
Thank you.
I'm really having to fight against the intrusive thoughts today. I show up to work and I see one of my coworkers whom I never really talk to, and I almost just straight up said to him, "Welcome to the party, fuckboy."
And this is your boyfriend.
I know. I love him so dearly. Alright, it is time to go inspect my new factory. And figure out how the heck that works. Oi! Taxi!
Get on a taxi at a roundabout.
I think it's time for me to inspect my new dragon boyfriend. Come here, Zim.
Rawr.
Sniff the dragon.
Alright, so looks like this factory only needs fabric.
The pettiness of just being able to be like, sniff the dragon? Well, I bet the dragon showers every day and smells good.
I smells okay too. I just don't
Party.
really smell. No. Yes.
Every day. BO does not mean you smell good.
I mean, more like I don't have smell. I don't even have armpit smell.
Or you've gotten used to it.
No, I literally does not have that. It's so funny, but it's a thing. Something like 1 out of 10 people does not have special smell for their armpit. Kingman, I think that thing is broken. Oh wait, actually no, I'm just looking at the wrong chat.
Well, on the plus side, Ren, at least you have Artie as a huge fan of yours.
Yeah?
At the sacrifice of me. What? Are you not entertained by the spreadsheets?
Oh god, the spreadsheets.
Feel the backhand of justice!
Arnie, go. Take your shower. Then come back.
I'll take a shower. Yeah. Boring. I'll attempt to not slip and fall.
I agree. You shouldn't do that. That's generally bad for your health. I hate these attack waves. There's so many flyers. I'm so bad at dealing with flyers right now. Whee! No, 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 no. That's cringe. Don't be cringe.
Alright, we're gonna get this set up and going and click to start delivery driver job. Deliver goods to 3 destinations within 6 hours, 54 minutes. Earn $100 for each successful delivery. Return and park the van here to get paid. Van damage costs are deducted from final payment. You know what? Why not? I mean, it's not even pocket change, but sure, I'll do this instead of just, farming happiness all day. What am I delivering here exactly? Oh, I see. They want the smartwatches. Got it. Next up, 10 3rd Street. I definitely do not need this job at all.
But I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, it's kind of fun to do.
Back up! Hold the line! This hamlet shall not fall.
Wizlikos raided my stream with 8 viewers.
Hey, Likos! Hello there. How are you? How was your stream? Would you like a regular shout out or a random clip from your channel brought up? Adook!
And
What's up?
Dukin.
Hadouken.
It's my favorite character from Kirby.
I'm glad I didn't start talking about the thing that was on my mind just now, because the Raiders would have come into a very unhinged conversation.
Ah, so the usual then. Oh, I'm doing well. Hello there, Deus Wolf. Hello, Rhythm Wolfsburg. For those that are new here, we do have our TF Talkies here, so you can transform me into multiple different forms. Do exclamation point potion for details on that. Otherwise, let's get this clip brought up. And welcome in, everybody. I am Rosin. We do all sorts of things here. Right now, we are watching a clip.
In with a rocket in front of a rocket.
A clip with a jump scare, apparently.
Oh, we do not have the firepower for this guy.
Ow. Don't die. Well, there's nothing. There's not much to lose anyway.
But yeah, we do lots of tabletop games, Pathfinder, several Pokemon games, couple of Digimon, a Star Wars tabletop RPG. We have our TF Talkies. We've got artists that come and join throughout the week. There's plenty to enjoy here. Right now we're doing a game called Big Ambitions, which is all about making a corporate empire. So, hit that follow button, come join us again, and for those already here, please share the love with Likos. They are a wonderful being. And they drew one of the TF Talkies. Also, Likos, I have a new thing that I am excited about. Behold! I am getting a new form. I know, I love how it's coming out too. It is so good.
Zim is truly representative of the perils of bureaucracy. He has so many forms.
Okay, for
was
that,
awful.
I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. There. The Gib Gab has been punished for the panda crime.
Well, he's just gonna start doing it all the time.
Not all the time.
Yeah, like now you're just incentivizing me.
Yeah. Do you want Raiden to make those jokes?
Well, no. I figured that somebody else's pain might, disincentivize him.
Her.
Ren has gone mute over there.
We lost him. It's over.
I think he's absorbed in the rhythm.
We're never recovering him.
Nope. Gone forever. Off to his new master Rygon.
Wasn't it Kaz?
Well, no, because clearly Rygon's on his mind now.
Oh no, Scythe of... Okay, no, it's not Scythe. Okay. It's the slightly less difficult, but still annoying one. Okay.
Well, that little delivery job was fun. It really is not worth it at this stage of the game, but... I mean, I guess it at least pays my way home. I know, right, Blue Bat? Why do you think we keep calling him a shark?
Precisely.
As he continues to ignore.
I'm not that. I'm gonna be quiet.
I wonder how many times I could say Ren's name before Ren gets annoyed.
Let's find out.
Hey, Ren.
Yes.
Ren?
Yes.
Ren.
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 Yes.
Okay, this is a stupid bit. We're gonna go on for a while.
Well, yeah, of course. He's a shark, so he's not going to give in at all. That competitive shark spirit dwells not that deep within him, really.
I mean, I'd be willing to do this for like an hour or two if it weren't for being on your stream. Instead, I'll talk about how I just had another lady flirt with me.
She also old.
So...
Uh-huh.
So someone came down the aisle that I'm working on, which I had a pallet pulled down and I'm starting to pull things off of it because it's split between two aisles. And someone comes down and she's trying to grab something from the top shelf. And it's a light bag, but it doesn't sit easily on the shelf. So like she's fiddling with it for a little bit and then decides to put it back. And she keeps fiddling with it because it won't stay. And I'm just like, it's okay, just leave it. I'll fix it if it falls. If it falls, then it falls. So I go over to the other end of the aisle carrying a box. And there's a lady in the shopping cart that was with the other one. And she goes, "Are you Jamie's boyfriend?" And I'm like, "No." And so she goes, "Oh, that's a shame." Which I presume she was talking about her daughter and suggesting that I would be good for her? Question mark?
Sure. You're spoken for, though.
Hold on. Wait just a moment. You're allowed to have multiple boyfriends, and yet if someone flirts with me, I have to say I'm spoken for?
Depends on the person. Random lady at Walmart? Yes. In fact, I want you to say, I'm sorry, I don't think my boyfriend would approve.
This just feels like you're rage baiting for that, like, damn it, it's always the good ones that are gay or something.
I mean, I'm bi though. It's just that I keep getting really weird old ladies, like, enamored with my beard and wanting to hook up with me or something.
See, Rajan, I understand that thing, but I feel like if you just tell someone that you have a boyfriend at random, they'll be like, oh, gay. But what is it with you and the old ladies at Walmart?
I'm very alluring, what can I say?
Sure. Let's go with that explanation.
Alright, all of you go to the factory. And in the factory, I want you... You want a fridge? Fine. I'll go get you a damn fridge. And you want a coffee machine?
Fridges are useless. Like, who could ever possibly want a fridge, SMH?
Well, apparently several of my factory workers.
The only thing they're good for is storing your medicine behind them.
Oh, that's gonna be a thing forever, isn't it? And I am all here for it.
It's just too, like, random to not be funny. Just like, oh, I'm sorry, I was late. I dropped my meds behind the fridge. Like, it's like, I'm sorry, teacher. I was late with the homework. I dropped it behind the fridge. It just sounds like that kind of excuse, and I love it.
Ren,
Yes?
is it the beard? It's the beard, isn't it?
What is?
Zem, your pet wasn't paying attention to the conversation earlier.
I'm aware. We've lost him to the wonders of, well, whatever the hell it is he's doing.
Well, Ren, I was saying people find me quite attractive because of my beard. And Gabby has doubts of this.
I always doubt you.
Ren, do you find Raijin attractive because of his beard? I swear I am going to beat this little weasel.
Incredible.
Well,
Hmm?
I am attractive to him, with or without the beard.
Wow, that is quite presumptuous of you there, Ren.
What? Why?
You've decided you are attractive to him?
No,
Does he not get a say in whether he's attracted to you or not? And since when do you have a... So are you saying that because he has a beard, he is therefore attracted to you?
No! I'm confused.
Liam, you can't do this to Ren. You're gonna break him again. And not like the funny way, you're gonna break his brain.
Yeah, Zem, be gentle. Attractive is a big word for him. He almost used it correctly. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
So, Likos, you see, we've got a lot of himbos here. And have a good lunch there, Techmon. We've got a lot of himbos here. Ren today, so far, has hit Era with a door, somehow not noticing him, and locked him outside of the house. Then he mistook...
Era's own house, mind you.
Yeah, Era's own house. Then he mistook Raijin for Raigon, and, well, now he has decided that Raijin must be attracted to him because Raijin has a beard. Ren?
Yes, master.
You are a hilarious delight to have around.
Thank you.
Pet, pet, pet. So were you trying to say that you're attracted to him? To Raijin, whether he has a beard or not? Is that what you were trying to say? Ren?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Well, too bad he's spoken for.
That's rude. I mean, first of all, Ren, do you want to be my boyfriend?
I don't know.
I swear, at this rate, we're genuinely going to see a marriage proposal on this stream one day.
What do you mean one day? That's already happened.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, Raigon's done it a few times.
I mean, Shinzi and Nim consummated their marriage live on stream.
Oh yeah, we did. Shinzi and Nim got married.
I think it's the latter part of that that's more like,
What do you mean, ah?
Anyway. We have 10 minutes. Why are we hurrying up?
Alright, my factory is working. I think. It says I need to produce at least 100 products. I have no idea how to tell whether it is or not.
Count them by hand, one by one.
I think I'm gonna go...
Anyway, so that we can... Sorry, go ahead.
No, don't go for it.
I was just gonna say so we can give Rin a break from being teased so hard. As funny as it is. Um, Earlier, I wanted to talk about how fascinating it is seeing the widespread acceptance of cultural degeneracy over the course of my life.
What?
Because, okay, so like here at Walmart, in a very, Christian / Catholic region of Texas, we are selling smut just openly. Books that are basically just smut. I mean, technically there's more to it, but with books in particular, there's kind of a fascinating thing that I've been paying attention to and watching, which is that the target audience for books has increasingly become more and more biased towards females. Men in general are reading a lot less books, and books are a lot less targeted to them. Now, of course, this was always kind of the case because uh, back when I was younger, like I remember going into bookstores and used bookstores, and like half of the store would be stacks upon stacks of crappy romance novels meant for you know females who wanted to read that kind of thing. And I never really thought much about it, but it was always kind of like tucked away in a corner, sort of. And it certainly wasn't being sold at Walmart. But last night I noticed that we were selling a book named Mate. And being a book named Mate, you can imagine precisely what's inside it. This combined with books like Morning Glory Milking Farm is just kind of this greater fascinating trend of what popular books are looking like these days. And it just kind of goes back to this whole thing of how fascinating it is, how we've transitioned from the stuff that we sell has to be very clinical and safe to what we currently sell, which is some brands just like straight up say they're bitchin' right on the label.
I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. Peak based.
Yeah, like there's a sour cream dipping sauce that's called, I think it's just straight up called bitchin' sauce, but it's like, just imagine you pick up a brand and on the label it says, this shit's bitchin'.
You said cultural degeneration, and I was like, where are we going with this one? Hold on.
Cultural degeneracy.
Yeah, the general. Look, the people who tend to use that tend to basically be like, well, the culture's getting worse.
Well,
because we sell smut. It's like,
everyone, I am done for today. I am getting eepy and I need to go to sleep.
Good night, dear Ren. Good night.
So I hope you all have a wonderful morning, night, or between.
Be a good kobold and get my pile of gold ready.
Yes, master. Yes. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for coming by.
Bye.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
He was so fast to leave that voice call. He might be embarrassed. What do you all think?
I like the part where he assumed he would be attracted to me even if I didn't have my beard.
You really need to go back and clip that one.
Anyway, Gabby, I'm half and half on it because like yes, I agree that there's a lot of people that like are overly puritanical when it comes to this whole subject. Um, on the other hand, I do kind of think that we've gone a little bit too far. Okay, I won't say we've gone too far. It's like there's this weird delineation where there are some cases where I will say we have taken sexual liberation way too far, and then some cases where we haven't taken it far enough, and it creates this very confusing culture that is a nightmare for anyone to navigate. But in particular, I kind of, as an avid reader myself, it gets very frustrating sometimes where I will see a book and I will pick it up and it looks like it's going to be a cool fantasy story about dragons, and instead it's just thinly veiled smut.
The reason why sometimes I'm like, I mean, yeah, but also I'm not gonna lie. It didn't used to be so explicit, but that's kind of generally been the case for a long time. It just used to be more hidden because you couldn't openly put it out. So it was hidden behind some thinly veiled veneers of things. But then you look at writings in the past and it's like, oh no, people were exceedingly smutty in the past too. To a degree, we really haven't changed it in many ways. We're just more open about it largely.
I mean, I'm fairly certain that books like Morning Glory, Milking Farm have very few analogs in the past.
Have very few what, sorry?
Analogs in the past.
Well, that's kind of the thing. Like, you probably won't find direct comparisons a lot of the times, but you'll probably find the kind of thing where, like, oh, what did this poet write about? Oh, it was just a thinly veiled innuendo with double meanings. The entire poem is just about how he really likes to, lay with other guys, but he couldn't ever say that openly. And then you just repeat that over and over, and you have like, oh, that's like half of the 1900 to 1950s poets apparently.
Here. There. Where I'm giving my workers a little break area over here.
Yeah, what I would definitely say is, and I'm not sure why in particular, like, it's such a phenomenon at this point, because to a degree I've noticed it somewhat when, like, I look at books and half of it is just genuine, just straight up smut. Like, on that one I can't understand. And I don't know if it's just a really underserved market for a long time that saw a lot of growth very quickly, and then they, like, overdid it on that end. And at some point it's got to have the pullback and correction. But, like, yeah, there's a lot.
Well, it's like I said though, the typical expected audience for books these days is very largely female. That's where a lot of the novel consumers are in this space, and that's why we're seeing that's a big part of why we're seeing a surge in the subgenre of romantasy, which is the romance fantasy hybrid, and cozy fantasy, which typically feature story elements that by and large tend to appeal more to the female readers.
Absolutely, Likos.
But like, sorry, go ahead, Zim.
Oh, I was just saying absolutely to Likos. He wanted to know if he can chill in the break area too. Ha! Got here just in time.
Oh my god, I can play the game again. Got my level 7, I'm so happy.
Holy crap, that is a complicated setup. Good night, Lycos.
Night. Night.
Okay, the best I can tell from all this, it looks like it's the same amount of production, just less condensed. So, let's see what the smallest is that we can do.
So it's like condensed milk versus powdered milk. Or something, I don't know. I don't even know how the comparison works at all. I just heard condensed. I thought of condensed milk.
Alright, so I want a P1, 2, or 3 warehouse. Oh, there's a P3. We'll take this one. Alright, so let's see. ZGF Electronics. We're gonna push this out a few days for now. Electronics. Oh, fuck.
What happened?
God. Oh, it's just gonna cost me a casual $5.6 million for this.
Oof. Is it even gonna be worth it?
Well, considering it's the only way that I can get electronics, yeah.
RIP.
Or at least more electronics than just, you know, earbuds.
Well, good luck.
Alright, we're going to set
Probably
it for
pocket
day
change.
149. This is not pocket change at all. This is going to be exceedingly expensive.
Well, it's pocket change because it's changing your pockets and into the other person's pockets. Oi.
You deserved it for that.
You laugh.
I did my fake laugh.
Well, doing your creepy demonic laugh doesn't mean you didn't laugh. Just don't laugh.
Alright, well, we gotta survive and have stuff and have it all good until we get to 1 million. As our income is plummeting.
$1 million.
Does that mean that they just didn't deliver any period?
Bruh.
Just because they didn't have the full amount? I swear if that's how this worked. I think that's how they did it. Fine, another day. Yep, we're just going to be hanging out in our apartment for the foreseeable future while we wait to get the money together. We're going to grind out happiness. Happy, 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 happiness.
Happy?
Happy.
Happy. Equally happy.
Yep, that's exactly what's going on. This is incredibly annoying.
Do one dead of night. Just for...
What was that?
I'll do one dead of night just for the sake of completionism. Because I always like doing dead of night. It's a chill mission. Weirdly, it's ended up as one of my favorite co-op missions.
That's the zombie survival one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Of course you do. You love turtling.
Yes.
And I love it because then it means if I ever play like that and I just get to like go attack things so you get the turtle and it's perfect. I love playing with defensive players. I used to be a huge turtler in RTSs and then I discovered that I love aggression. In some RTSs.
So it looks like I can produce about 140. I am really confused by this. Because here it's saying I've got about 320 of each of these. But then I go in here to the inventory and it's got a lot less. Oh, I'm not even exporting all of that?
Do you not have capacity to transport it? Or
I
export it?
do. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, it's only one possible answer. Skill issue.
Seda. Do you like the dragon form? Then again, I guess you probably haven't seen the finalized colorations for it, have you?
Also, if I didn't know better, I'd say you like the dragon form.
Well, here, since I'm just doing, just buying time in the game. Behold! Seda. Seda. The Seda come and me wanna go home. Seda come and me wanna go home.
Seems kind of rude to just leave him hanging after he comes.
I know, Zolette. Some songs are just classics that will never go out of style.
It keeps bugging me because I swear I've heard the song, but I don't know which one it is. So I just, every now and then I think it's like a Jumanji song or something.
No,
Just I feel like I've
Deep
heard it.
breaths, Zim. Deep breaths. He's a zoomer. They don't understand. Gabby, do you have the broccoli top haircut?
What?
Gabby, do you have the broccoli top haircut?
No.
So, the song is called Banana Boat. Okay.
Look it up real quick.
It was in Beetlejuice.
I mean, I sort of heard it before. I just haven't like heard it, you know?
So, Seda, I'm thinking Zim might make a good Sea-Wing. Well, I think his dragon is part of the way there already. Just gotta add some markings all over his body for, you know, for aquatic and Sea-Wing. A very bright and fiery Sea-Wing, but Sea-Wing. And then we can drag Zim into our Wings of Fire campaign. Isn't that right, Seda?
I'm going to throw Gib Gab's eggs off the mountain.
Not eat them. I've definitely heard that song before, like outside of just Beetlejuice. I know I've heard it somewhere in the past when I was younger.
I'm sure you have, Gabby. In the past, we had these things called radio, which played song. And it's not quite like how Spotify plays songs.
And I've barely listened to radio.
See, I agree, Seda, but like, first of all, every named dragon in Wings of Fire is special. And scale coloration clearly means nothing, because everyone has unique colors except for, like, I don't know, 2 of them. So I'm kind of going based off of vibe. And vibes based, I'm kind of feeling Sea-Wing.
I'm just gonna spend all day just watching TV here because I've got no idea what they're talking about, so, you know.
Yeah, Songs of Bob. I approve.
It is.
I think the difficult thing about Wings of Fire is that the established tribe of your classical Western fire-breathing dragons that really do the fire are so heavily typecasted as just being single-mindedly violent. There's not really a very good tribe that's kind of like decently violent and very fiery, but not like single-mindedly violent. Because you got the fire breathers that are like unga bunga fire, and then you've got the fire breathers that are like unga bunga. I like science.
I have no idea what this conversation is.
Wings of Fire, but also I don't know either. Don't worry, I'm on the same boat with you.
That disturbs me on a deep and emotional level.
I'm glad.
Raijin, you are making me be like Gib Gab. Completely out of touch with culture. How could you do this to me?
Okay, so in Wings of Fire, shut up, Gib Gab. In Wings of Fire, there are several tribes, and these tribes have notably different. No, your mom, Gabby. Notably different dragons. You can tell the difference between the dragons by a couple of things. First of all, typically they have different scale colorations, but basically every single notable dragon that gets named in the books are like unique and special in some way or another. So like that's only so reliable. There's a couple of other things like, for example, sea wings being a ocean dwelling, water breathing dragon are capable of breathing water, so they have gills. And they also have special glowy stripes that they can use to communicate with underground, or not underground, underwater. But part of it being a children's series is all of these tribes are depicted with very single-minded stereotypicalness. And the classical Western fire-breathing dragon are like barbarically violent to a point of like they just get introduced as having gladiatorial trials that they watch for fun. So I was just kind of discussing with Sato, which tribe I think your dragon would fit in the best without too many substantial modifications, because like that's kind of my frustrating with the Skywings is they get. I'm sure that there can be some intelligent Skywings out there, but they and Mudwings kind of get depicted as being pretty fundamentally dumb. And I do not consider you to be dumb. That's more of a Gabby. So, you know. I'm trying to identify which tribe I think you would fit best that isn't the Skywing. And I'm kind of thinking the Sea Wing, even though that means an ocean-dwelling dragon. You still are a dragon.
Okay, I think I am figuring out what's going on here. It seems that while the game is telling me that there's not enough cargo in my factory to complete the order, in reality what's going on is that the destination already has more than what I'm trying to send to it.
Funky.
Yes. Hi, Karma. Yes, Ren was being a shark again. Ren is always being a shark. What's up, Kip Cap? Wah?
The duck. Wah, wah.
Wah.
Wah. That was just 2 minutes of waiting for the next night because we didn't take care of the bonus objective, so we're gonna do it. Yay!
You're having fun, right?
It's fun, but now it's easy. It was like the literal back and forth slinging of like, wow, I have to actually try and play the game, and then I just unlock level 7 Zagar, and I don't. You just sit here.
A Rainwing does kind of make sense, Seda, because they do collect pets.
I mean, come on, son. What's wrong about being like me? I'm not out of touch with culture. I've just lived in different culture.
Sure. Sure.
Well, that's not even a joke. I could ask you what a gaita is, and you'll be like, what's what? I mean, well, to me, like, not even knowing, like, a basic gaita is like, oh, what, do you live under a rock? It's different culture.
Yeah, Seda, they can, and I'm very glad to discover that Glory starts using her camouflage abilities to start pretending to be other dragons, because it reinforces my curiosity and suggesting to Truth Seeker that my Rainwing could take the form of any dragon that he might want.
Hi,
Also,
Fles.
Gabby,
And isolate.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Gabby, I've been taking something I've been thinking about lately, and I'm kind of forming a hypothesis on, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Do you think perhaps the United States of America suffers from having too much culture?
No, why? If anything, it doesn't have enough.
I don't know. So the reason why I say that is that, like, yes, I kind of agree. And I sort of think that's one of the foundational problems we have as a nation is a lack of a more unified culture. So, like, I mean, obviously I want all cultures to be welcomed and everything, but I also want there to be something that's like uniquely and specifically American. And I think for a lot of people, the first thing they kind of go to is like that American dream where everyone can own a house, a car, and 2.5 kids. I don't know if you get the top half or the bottom half, but you get 2.5 kids. And generally people don't feel like that's true anymore. So like, I don't know what people look to America as, aside from burger. But we also experience this oddness where we manufacture so much culture that gets exported to others that only recently has started being threatened by the likes of, Korea, South Korea taking over with K-pop.
I mean, it's difficult to even process what is American culture because, like, okay, this is kind of like a really weird point on it, and it's something that I think simultaneously applies both ways. Like, something like a Marvel movie is American culture. Like, that is distinctly American. References internally are American. A lot of the language that they use there is American. I mean, the aliens are invading New York City. New York is an aggressively American icon. There's so much that you can look to and you go like, oh yeah, that's American. Like from the outside, you look at America and it's like, yeah, there's so much inside of it. But at the same time, like to an American, you look at a movie like Iron Man and it's just like, oh well, it's just a movie, but there's nothing to it. But it is American. It's just you don't process it as a uniquely American thing. Partly because it gets exported, yes, but that export of American culture is America. It just becomes global, but it's American. And even down to like, to put it bluntly, even the similar ones where you get the Marvel movies where they try to travel around the world, yeah, it's always framed through an American lens. So like...
So what you're saying is more places in America need to be like New York.
I actually would genuinely say so, yes, because that's a real city. Like, and I think it's not so much that they should be New York, but I think a lot of places in the US do lack a very distinct identity because it gets subsumed into like Ford, Mustang, Walmart, 4th of July, Super Bowl. And that's on purpose because a lot of the things that often make a city just get subsumed by broader corporate culture.
I do actually agree with that we do need like functionally more New Yorks, but it is a very funny thing to say, especially considering that we have the likes of Werney in the community.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can say that at any point, and look, don't get me wrong. As an East Coaster, right? Fuck New York, but also New York is one of the few real cities. And it's not even just specifically like the idea of there being like a dense urban area. I just think at its core, the city has largely protected a lot of its cultural identity to the point where much as in like you can look to, in a movie, you look at, you see Tokyo in a movie and you're like, oh yeah, that's Tokyo. And they may put on the big subtitles, but for a lot of cities, you know exactly what city you're in. It's got that vibe to it. And New York is like one of the few American cities that you look at and you go like, oh yeah, that's New York. Immediately, bam, that's it. I think a lot of cities lack that, and I think that's problematic because that is like culture comes from cities, because that's something I hear a lot with like regards to American culture, that a lot of it is like rural Appalachian, country culture. Culture comes from cities. It's not from rural areas. Yes, rural areas are a part of culture, but anything that goes in terms of books, movies, a lot of it is produced in cities for a reason. Video games, they're not made in like a backwater farm. They're made in modern cities with modern amenities, and that's a big part of culture. And the big shame to like a lot of this is that yes, I genuinely do think a lot more cities should push not just livable cities, but they should push for their city's culture to grow more. protecting that like city identity, because that does apply to culture afterwards.
Did you have anything you wanted to add them before I go off?
Nope. Go ahead.
So I do kind of agree. Like I fully understand where a lot of this is coming from. Especially because like I think one of the biggest cultural icons that we have as Americans is the sitcom Friends, which it's a very fascinating one because it's kind of started to transcend generational barriers. Like even back then, there was always the joke of like, oh, how did they survive working in New York with those wages? It doesn't make sense. But it made slightly more sense back then than it does now. But it's also like you take the theme song of Friends, and that's already talking about the troubles of getting started as a young adult and how difficult it is to start actually engaging into adulthood with the ardors of modern life. But on the other hand, as someone that's like in tune with a couple of industries that start in New York, there's a couple of things that I'm very frustrated about. Like, for example, journalism and writing. There is an acceptable path for journalism and writing through the internet now, but even still, there is an old guard that functions explicitly in New York City that if you're not a part of them, you're really going to struggle to get anywhere in any kind of writing business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I do think I know the journalism one is a really difficult one. But this is why I think in particular, like, the idea that the US lacks a unified culture, I think is simultaneously true, but also only really visible, like, within America. Like, because that applies to, like, I think a lot of countries. If you go look at the people who live in those countries, you will see very big differences within the same country, to the point where you're like, well, these are like 3, 4, 5 distinct cultural identities. What does it really mean to be part of this country? And a lot of it can be traced down to, like, the country's history, the country's mythos, the origins, and whatnot. And one of the things that I do think has happened in the US is that a lot of it has been shipped away to peer through a lot of the, frankly, very disturbing early American colonization period. A lot of the, like, quote unquote original sins that still remain on, like, the US as a whole. And those haven't really been peeled away proper. And I think that's kind of where you get that fracturing, where, like, because to so many people, the US means a different thing, but there can't be a large agreement on, like, how to fix some of the still founding problems within America. You kind of don't get to glue that together.
I personally just dislike any kind of shaming that goes back to an original sin. I genuinely think that we shouldn't hold ourselves to the faults of our fathers and forebears. I think we should just like strive to do better, which generally we have done much better. Fundamentally and hugely in the past generations, we've done so much better. And yet there's this like malaise hanging over us because of the original sin, which I think is so stupid. But on the note of like how much culture we should have, one thing that I particularly feel as someone in Texas, Texas is very loud for itself, and there's a lot of people have very much a strong expectation of the typical Texan, which doesn't actually match with my experience as someone living in Texas. My experience where I am is it's actually kind of more of a mix of New Orleans and Mexico. I feel like that's what our culture actually is in Texas, even though we have a different perception on the outside.
There's actually two really interesting points there that I can weirdly... one of them is like on the first one. Yes, I don't think it should be a shameful thing, but I do think there's still a fairly good chunk of the population that refuses to recognize just like basic history and will like adamantly fight against attempts to just recognize a truth. And how do you strive to move forward when you can't even recognize just the basic truth in history? It's like, oh, what was the US Civil War about? Two different parts of the country, you'll get two very different answers. how do you move forward when you can't even, get over that one aspect? Like, that does, I think, tear
Hi,
culture
Artie.
apart, because... Hi, Artie. That, I think, those are the kind of issues that you eventually butt heads over. And it's like, yes, we should move past that, but how can you? When you don't even, people don't even agree on that. And I do think, weirdly, it relates to Texas, because I think sometimes that kind of regionalism that you see in something like Texas in terms of an identity, I think to a degree it does stem from wanting to retain an identity, but also I think it's worth recognizing that fundamentally almost no regional identity can survive long enough without just absorbing parts of other cultures. Because, my home state in Venezuela was a very, separate... It's very separate from the rest of the country just due to geography. There's a giant lake in the middle that separates the state's capital from the rest of the country, to the point where they had to eventually just build, an 8-kilometer bridge just to connect it. And even then, it remains, very disconnected. And so it absorbs, a lot of different parts of Venezuelan culture, but also absorbs a lot of Colombian culture, because you get a lot of migration across the border. It's basically on the border of Colombia. And it's a state with a very proud regional history and identity. But at the same time, as much as you may talk to people from that state and they'll tell you, oh yeah, we're nothing like people in Caracas. If you look at it from an outsider's perspective, oh yeah, they're all Venezuelan. They're the same thing. You can tell, they speak differently, they may use different words, but it's all just a bunch of Venezuelans. And I think the same can kind of apply to something like Texas. Texas is... You have that distinct expectation. You kind of have some Texans that fit the stereotype, but then you look at it from an outsider perspective and it's like, oh yeah, that's all just Southern United Statesians, Southern Americans. Howdy, y'all. Cowboy hat.
Yeah!
Just, I don't know. I do wish, more parts of America were more distinct in terms of identity. Not in a way that separates them, but just in a way where you go, we can go, oh yeah, that person's from New York. Yeah, that person's from LA. I think more American states should have that distinct cultural identity, not born through, a forced... weird, we have to be different, but just by nature of being different. And I do think within the next century, assuming everything remains together, you'll probably see some more of that development. But and to be fair, by the way, I do count within those developments migration waves or groups, because I do think big waves of immigrations or groups immigrating to specific regions that help form a very distinct identity do count towards culture, especially a few generations later when they assimilate, but you retain those traditions or ideas or changes to food, for example. They remain there and you're yeah, okay. There's a reason some states have very rich, gastronomies, and some have more alcohol than they do food. That's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
Well, one thing that I do want to point out when it comes to all of this is the fact that while we can look at the likes of, various European countries that have, their really well-established cultures, and, compare them to here where we don't, we do have cultures that are unique to the various regions or states, like Texas and New York and California, and they all have their unique identities. But also remember, each of those states is bigger, are bigger than half the countries in Europe. if not, if not even more of them. Like, the U.S. is huge compared to the rest of the world. Well, I shouldn't say the rest of the world, but especially, you know, a lot of Europe and such. Our states are huge compared to them. Ginormous, even.
I'm gonna have a very hot take on this. And if you'll excuse me for being so blunt, I think sometimes Europe needs to get its head out of its own ass. I swear, you can look at European culture, and I'll give you this much. They do. Different European countries will have very different cultures. And within the countries, you'll have regions with very different cultures. Yes, I recognize they have rich cultural histories and whatnot, but also, like, half of European history is just, oh yes, as per the Treaty of 1395 between Sir Fox-a-Lot and Mr. I Declare War, we have agreed to split the territories in half, and this rich foundation forms the basis of this new state in France, which has since the year 1400 been half French and half German. Anyway, this one town is instrumental to our history. Look at this town, and it's like the same copy-pasted town across like a quarter of France.
Look at this photograph.
No, but seriously, like, I mean, I'm sorry, I get it. I get that Europe history, culture rich, but seriously, like, sometimes I get sick and tired of it, and it's like, yes, I get your country has existed as a region for like 1,000 years, but also, cool, your country with this rich culture has the GDP of like Alabama. What do I do with that information? You shut up, me.
What?
You just love that there's Texas and South Texas.
I mean, there's the entire world inside Texas.
I hate most Texas memes, but this one is good. I agree with this one. It just hits different when you're driving through a state and you've been driving for 8 hours and you're still in the same damn state.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I do think if you want to like wrap it to a degree, I do think there's a lot of things like the US could do very differently that I think would help a lot with stuff like just being normal as a country. Namely, please build more trains. God, please connect your rural areas and urban areas together, build trains. Traveling is one of the best ways to like get your country to just be more, because that's something I do think also applies. Like, Americans travel a lot, but also they kind of don't, because it's not really easy to be like, all right, I'm just gonna book a road trip across half of the country. But like, you could book a road trip from like Paris to Berlin. And sure, those are the like long and historied, culture-rich capitals of culture-rich countries or whatever. But there's no reason why you can't just be like, you know what? I want to take a train ride from like Austin to I don't know, Orlando, and just go to Disney. And I think like that interconnectedness, that like traveling would be really nice.
I very much agree on the train front. Or at the least, give us better infrastructure for traveling in general. Don't make it where our only option is flying. Because if you actually look at it, taking a train is more expensive than flying. And it takes like 5 times the time, if not longer. And it's like, cool, we're going through across the country, sure. Yeah, that's all well and good. But, let's face it, we're not exactly exploring the country, and most of it is just empty land.
To be fair, that's why I think things like trains are nice, because ideally you just... Go ahead, Ryan.
So, Gabby, I know you picked a random example, but I looked it up. The distance from Paris to Berlin is less than 600 miles.
Okay, I know. Look, I am the #1 proponent that Europe isn't even a continent. It's just like a tiny little dick peninsula, and that's it. I know. Trust me. I complain about it enough when it's like, oh, boo-hoo, you're telling me I only have to travel half a state? My half a state is twice the size of your country. In fact, Florida's 4 times the area of the Netherlands. So trust me, I know. I complain about it long enough.
Yeah, but I mean, so that's kind of the big problem when we're trying to compare things between Europe and the United States, which I'm not saying that this is why we shouldn't do these things. I still think we need to overcome these problems, but a direct comparison doesn't work because infrastructure and transportation, we just have that much more empty space to go through, but it's not quite empty space because we've also got the whole, thanks Ford, all the car-based infrastructure throughout the world and the massive amounts of suburban sprawl. So like, there's just a whole bunch of little pockets of a decent enough population. So to take, for example, Texas, they've been working on actually getting a transit that goes from Houston to Dallas, which would be wonderful if they actually accomplish that. Because if they get a good transit system for that, that's like probably an hour and a half for what's normally a 3-hour drive. But going from Houston to Dallas, you're stopping by like 500 small towns like the one I live in.
That is kind of the problem. This kind of infrastructure is just not being worked on. Like, yeah, they're talking about it, but it's like, okay, where is it?
So, to be fair, and this is like where I think you kind of have the main core issue with it is Florida got lucky because Florida was able to just look at its main population and go, okay, I want a train that goes from Miami to Orlando. And they built one. They built a train that goes from Miami to Orlando. Which the fact that it was Florida of all states to accomplish this is humiliating to the rest of the country, but I digress. One of the things that I found interesting was that they eventually just went, okay, we have to place rail stations in specific key areas. And I do think this is the kind of thing that, like, in the case of Florida, because they built it along the giant eastern concrete megalopolis, won't have quite that effect. But you kind of see it in different European countries. They have very different rail models. Like France's entire rail model is just centered around the capital. All trains eventually go to Paris and from Paris to other places. Germany has a more diversified rail system because it has to deal with a lot more regional cities in different states.
Isn't Germany's rail system a joke right now?
It's a mess, but it's still very big. And that's kind of where, like, it's a mess, but it can be worked on. It can be improved. It can be changed. And if you look to, like, the way it's set up, it has problems that were created partly by it has a lot of problems that were created through like different different times, different periods of German, different times where it was unified and so on. So like it's a mess. Partly for reasons, partly because it just hasn't been worked on. But I do think like one of the things the US could genuinely do moving on to the future is basically just say like, okay, well, we can't sustain all the car infrastructure. It is genuinely unsustainable at a financial level. Fine, some areas just need to die. We need to like centralize rail areas around certain periods, and these will be the towns that basically get to live, which is going to be one of the hardest choices, I think, because ideally first you connect the main capitals, main economic areas, and eventually you will see towns and routes along the region start to centralize because the train will open up more infrastructure between them, more connection, and then you get to pick and choose what lives and dies, and that's going to be a difficult part. But that's like eventually just a necessary step to create a cohesive rail system. And I don't even think the US should act like Germany or France. It should have its own thing.
Gabby's out here advocating for gentricide.
Look, it's inevitable, okay? Some areas just gotta, they gotta go.
I'm just gonna... So, when I was living in Utah, they were talking about they were saying that they were building a train going from Salt Lake to Logan for about, I want to say, like, at least 5 years from, before I left to the Utah. I've been out of Utah for 6 years now. They still don't have that train.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. The sad reality is that a lot of train routes just kind of eventually phase out. I mean, Artie might be correct. They might have eventually made
Artie, I just looked it up because I was curious with this conversation whether they actually did finally get that done. And no, they do not have a train going from Salt Lake to Logan. Or tram, train, whatever the case is. They do have a bus. But...
Yeah. No, and I'll fully admit, I mean, obviously I'm biased in this, but I've been a genuine advocate that I do think if the U.S. connects, like, main economic or urban centers to the surrounding regions and cities, and then the main centers to each other, that already is just a solid basis of a, like, basic rail system. I think it has to be regional. Like, you have to have, like, a few states that kind of group together and go, okay, let's connect our capitals here, let's develop a rail system. And it has to have, like, federal funding, because this isn't the thing that private investment wants to do or cares to do. And it's not a thing most states can afford to do.
The states would never do that, because that would mean their balls are touching, and that would be gay.
Yeah, well, you're in Texas, so Texas is kind of gay.
Ah, well, apparently, Brighton, if you leave Texas, all of the gayness goes with you.
Some of it.
Oh, okay, only some.
Yeah.
As a treat.
Yeah, I can't wait to move in with Aaron and be like, boy, I can't wait to bang some bitches.
But yeah, no, and there's a lot of things that I think could be done better, but God, I wish trains. And I genuinely believe that transportation is one of the things that it helps with culture, but it's like in a very roundabout way. Like, cities produce a lot of our cultural output. You make big cities, you connect them to surrounding regions, you let more people transit in and around the city, it makes the city more lively. The more life the city has, the more it can culture, to put it bluntly like that, or to put it simply. I think like that would mean.
You know what I think would be the funniest thing right now is if SETA joined and start lecturing us about how Bermuda was able to pull off transit, and that we should be able to too.
You know what my hot take is, that we should learn more from island nations, or little island states, or whatever you want to call them. Aruba's tiny. Aruba's 100,000 people living in it, without counting, like, a lot of immigrants.
Hello there, 6-7. Welcome in.
That's the thing. Yeah, Aruba's just sitting here with a casual population density of like 560 per square kilometer. Yes, it's an island. It still has 100,000 people. We should learn how they do it. I don't actually know a lot about Aruba's like public transit. I just know that apparently they developed a nice bus system.
I mean, slightly cynical take on my part, but I don't think we're really going to accomplish anything because I think we've generally gone too far on the hedonic treadmill here in America. And most people think a lot of stuff would just end up giving up too much. Like, for example, we could fix the housing issue very easily.
But then everybody would lose their nice, white picket fence homes and...
So there's actually this really fun thing that I kind of think about, and I'm not really certain on how I feel about it, but there's this somewhat, I think it's a relatively small trend, but it does exist, of a group of people who will take their entire family and stuff them in an RV and just live out of the RV traveling everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's the most prolific cases are very clearly quite abusive, but it's kind of it's interesting to me because like it's a very extreme example. But when we were growing up, you and I, Zem, not Gabby. Gabby's still growing up. It was considered extremely normal and almost kind of expected that you would share a room with your sibling, probably well into your teenage years. And now some people think that's straight up abusive to the child to not give them their whole living space to themselves. And it's like, I'm not sure how I feel about this because like you could maybe make a solid argument that yes, a child having their own living space, especially going into puberty, is going to be very important for their development. But on the other hand, this is playing into the hedonic treadmill that we're kind of getting stuck on right now.
To be honest, Go ahead, Sam.
I was just going to say that, yeah, my brother and I shared a room pretty much our entire lives, or childhoods. My younger siblings shared the room. The only one that actually had a private room her entire life was my sister.
The thing I find interesting to that conversation specifically is I think yes and no, because like I think it's a certain degree of hedonism to be like, okay, everyone needs like a 2-story white picket fence with a nice backyard and a nice like front yard and also the garage space for the car, and before you know it, like you have giant urban sprawl. Like I think that is a little hedonistic. But also, I mean, you can still reasonably fit people's privacy and whatnot and still occupy like the entire human race into an area less than the size of the United States. It's not really like that specifically that's the problem. I think it's like the extreme to which people don't want to give up certain things, because everyone has that dream of like, oh, the white picket fence 2-story house, it's my house, I get my house. But then also, if we were to just have more apartments that were still slightly bigger, you could still retain a lot of the luxuries and a lot of the benefits of like private rooms and whatnot without necessarily sprawling out things over a giant urban area. And that would significantly reduce costs because a denser city, while more difficult to maintain, when well maintained, is cheaper. Density has a lot of advantages to it. Disadvantages too, but a lot of advantages. And apartments are perfect for that.
I'll be real here. My ideal living situation is not having my own house, but rather like a condo situation where we own a space on top of a convenience store. Ideally not a flat space. Like we would have stairs. I don't like stairs, but at the same time, verticality is the better way to go there. And then I don't have to worry about the upstairs neighbors walking across the floor and stuff. Just, Rex and Ren walking across the floor, and then I'd just be like, yo! Learn to fly! And throw them out the window. But that's a whole other thing. But, like, ideally, I would love to have somewhere that I could just walk to get, whatever little thing I might need, instead of having to get in the car and drive all the way, and then it's got to be a big deal because, I mean, I've already put in this much effort, might as well get the whole grocery shopping trip out of the way, and so on and so forth. But like, oh, we ran out of milk, well, let me just walk downstairs real quick. That would be awesome.
See, it's just like ideally we should have a very wide range of options for people to pick from. I culturally I do think like having such an intense focus on the dream of like the white picket fence housing where you're far away and separated from everyone, I think that is genuine. Like it does lean on that hedonistic side. Like I do think we need to accept that people living close together is gonna cause some issues, but also they can be managed, they can be handled. It doesn't have to be like some intrinsic issue where a denser living area has to be helpful. Like we can have compromises for luxury at a broad societal level that don't necessarily have to cost us a lot. And we can have nice things, like you say, like there can be like actually nearby there is an area where the first 2 stories are commercial and then the next 3 stories are residential.
Yeah, the mixed the mixed housing, commercial housing kind of business places, they're great.
Mm-hmm.
But they are so few and far between.
And they're expensive. I've looked it up. Living in one of those little apartments in that mixed zoning area, because it's basically the one mixed zoning area in the area, that little apartment is more expensive than 3 separate houses a couple of blocks away.
Yeah, but if they were more common, then not only would it help a lot of the problems that we're facing as a country, but it would also just make for a nicer living experience for people. And I know that part of what you're paying for is the fact that they are so few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
They're a premium service, and it shouldn't be. That should be just basic. That should be the norm.
Yeah. And this is like partly my spiel on that, which is like I think a lot of people just need to give up on the idea of wanting to live in their 2-story house in the middle of the city. I think cities should just be able to go like, you know what? We've built a bunch of apartments around your house. You can't keep your house. We're going to buy it from you at a slightly higher than average market rate. You have to move out. Go away. You are like blocking everyone else's ability to like live. We are going to place an apartment here, and instead of benefiting 4 families, this apartment is going to house like 50 families. Go away. Which sucks for the people who live there, but like there has to be a point where the broader societal good has to take some level of advantage or some level of priority. Because I see this here. There's a couple of houses here, and we know for a fact that like they're just sitting on that house waiting for the price to go up so they can then finally sell it to build an apartment there. So all of about 4 houses are blocking the development of like a 40-story apartment. Like, how can you progress in a society like that? And mind you, this is already with the expectation that they are going to sell it. They're just waiting for the price to go up, which it has. That plot, I've looked at the zoning area for the thing. It's gone from like $1 million to like $4 million per plot of land over the last like 5 years. They can just keep waiting and make millions of dollars. If they wanted to live there, I mean, what do? You just have to let them. I'm sure there's a way to legally force them out eventually, but it shouldn't like be that much of a hassle. So yeah, it's there's so many like things that do like I do think I agree at a cultural level need to change for just society to move forward, and people need to like to a certain extent be willing to make some trade-offs. But it always has to be framed through the idea of like an individual liberty and the idea of like positive and negative liberties. Yes, you should have the liberty to like own your living area and be able to live there in peace. but also if it comes at the liberty of more people to be able to live in the city and you know, the city development to take place, and you're just an obstacle to other people being able to live there, to enjoy that city. Why should your liberty be able to prevent other people's liberty to do that? With a single area, it doesn't make sense, but apply it to hundreds of properties, and effectively those hundreds of people are blocking the development of a city for tens of thousands of people. That's a thorny subject, but it's one that eventually needs to be poked at and just been like, okay, things need to change here.
Okay, so I am absolutely not going to be actually getting the money together for this because all my expenses are not letting me raise that much fast enough for me. And yes, walkable cities are something I know that I am not a somebody that's in shape, and I do not like to just go out and walk, but if it were more convenient for me to walk, then I would.
Actually,
But the problem is,
I
it's not convenient. It's actually a huge hassle to try and walk somewhere.
don't even think you need to frame it though. I think it's really simple. I genuinely believe most walkable cities will offer you two things. Number one, like you say, you don't need to own a car. That becomes inconvenient. Ideally, development in the area becomes convenient for walking. But even better, public transit adapts. The most walkable cities all generally have good public transit because that's part of how you make a walkable city. You can't literally have everything within walking distance, but your walkable city doesn't really support broad car infrastructure. You know what's better than 50 cars? One bus. You could make space in your city for 300 cars, parking lots, and the roadways and the infrastructure to support 300 cars. Or you could make space for 10 buses with very big seats and private seating arrangements that you have a lot of space for this. And now suddenly, for you, it's equally viable to walk somewhere, take the bus, take the tram. Oh, you're going grocery shopping? Yeah, take the bus. That way you can just put your groceries down on the way home. You just need to walk over to grab some bread. Well, just walk over and grab some bread.
Mwah, the region.
Hey. But
Alright, I'm setting up some more businesses to hopefully get myself some more income. Because so far they're all operating at a positive. It's just that my one that was bringing in probably the most money for me is no longer doing so. That being my electronics store.
how come we call earnings income, but we don't call losses outgo?
What?
Well, we call earnings income, but we don't call losses outgo. I know it's weird. I've just never realized that like that's this. I don't. Is there a word for that? Is there an equivalent to gets and losses? But like, I don't know. It feels weird. You have earnings. Wait, is it expenditure? Why is it not, outgo? SMH, English language failure.
Alright, we're setting up 3 new businesses. I don't actually know what that one requires, actually. The GM. We'll need gym trainers and cleaning. Okay.
You know what, Artie, I agree. I was looking at Seattle a while ago and it looked really nice. I applied to a job at the University of Washington and I was crying internally at the fact that like for slightly more experience and or certifications, the same job I was doing basically, but like with a little more responsibility would have netted me 5 to 6 grand a month plus benefits. And I was like, bruh, what do you mean they have good paying jobs over there? What is this? Good night, Zolet.
Good night, Zolette. Holy crap. I spend all my stream doing just this game.
We chatted and we gamed. What a stream.
It was a good time.
I can't believe you had conversations and games on stream. What is this? Technically, it fits because a time like this really is a stream of consciousness, right? And you're streaming it.
Sure.
You stream the stream.
Yeah.
And then if you do it while sitting next to a stream, you can have a stream. Listen, more Gab ideas at 1 a.m.
Alright, they are in particular looking for burgers and pizza. I don't think I could do the pizza there, but I can at least do burgers.
In the lime shop?
No, the new fast food that I just opened.
Oh. How's Lime Shop doing? How's the Lime Zone?
It is doing fine.
Yes. Poggers. You know how we were talking about arcade games, like when you were doing your Pac-Man Fever album to listen to. I was reminded of like okay, we used to go to vacation a lot at Aruba, and there were some resorts in there that had like arcade rooms or game rooms. And you know, some of them would have like a bunch of arcade games, and some of them would have like, I don't know, air hockey and two things. And I remember there were a couple of them where they had this like Fast and Furious arcade racing machine, and honestly, I still remember it being a bop. I'd kind of like to do that again someday. It had the whole thing where like you put in your pin code and it would save your profile, and if you remember your pin code, then you could like keep your progress. And like since we would go travel there like every year or so, I would go back there and I'd go look up the profile, log back in, and then start racing. And then it had another one next to it so you could race the friend. It's like a weirdly nostalgic thing. They also had a Pac-Man machine.
Cool.
I don't know, I just had the memory of like, darn. Even I played arcades. Maybe I shouldn't judge Ren too harshly for playing arcades.
Oh, I don't. It's when he does it by neglecting, you know, myself and others. That's when I've got issues.
I don't know, I think you're not looking at the real positive side of it all. I think you need to get a dice rolling arcade machine, and then maybe Ren will roll well in WoW traditions.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. I did have a really funny thought. What if Ren, like, if he were to actually play WoW traditions like IRL, like if he just sat down and rolled dice, what if he actually just starts rolling well? Because we've run the test, but it's still always like through online. But maybe someday, in some moment in existence, you just all get together at like Furry Migration or something, and then you have Ren roll the die just to see how he does when you're all together. I feel like he might roll well. Maybe he's one of those people. Is there a dice roller arcade machine? Not like a meme one.
I've realized a problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I do not have... I need another warehouse.
Oof. Warehouse
Yeah.
less. How much of the city do you own at this point, I swear?
Actually own very little.
How do you rent most of it, or?
Not even most, but I definitely rent a lot more than I own. But that's just the, actually buying places? Oh boy, that's expensive.
I figure. But also rent is probably one of your big expenditures.
Actually, the rent is fine.
Really?
Like, most of the places, the rent is like 20 bucks a day. It's nothing. It doesn't make sense. Well, I suppose, you know, it is adding, it's daily rent, so monthly might be a lot more, but it is definitely cheaper than it probably should be.
Yeah, if you're paying 20 bucks a day, you're, what, 600 a month? I mean, fuck the business, I'll live there. For 600 a month? Downtown big city? Yeah, I was gonna joke now that, like, yeah, that makes sense. This game is just another fantasy in real life, establishing a prosperous business on your own, not being choked out by rent.
Well, all of my 3 apartments are costing me a total of okay, so that's the daily. 1,553 a day, it looks like, which is definitely a lot. Yeah, that is for 3 apartments.
It's gonna round it up to 1,600 for the sake of, like... That's 16,000 a month per apartment. I think. Yeah, give or take 16,000 a month. Okay, so basically your commercial properties cost like nothing to rent, but your private properties, like your personal ones, they expensive them. I sometimes wish games like these had multiple.
I'm just checking. Let's see. My nightclub. What is the rent that I'm paying for this? Okay, so the rent for my nightclub is $492 a day.
Okay, yeah, so rents are a little expensive. Like $13,000 a month.
But that is also for a fairly large building. 1,000 meters cubed, it looks like, or squared. I don't know if that's a 2 or 3, but...
If it's a 3, it's cubed. If it's a 2, it's squared.
Well, I can't tell if it's a 2 or a 3.
Oh, okay. I get
It's super tiny.
Probably
I'm going to assume squared, yeah.
Cubed would make sense if like you're measuring like a warehouse, I guess. Even then. It's mostly for volume. It's like it's not as relevant as like floor space. So you can have a really tall building and like that adds a lot of cubic meters, but it's not really useful.
So this
like grocery store.
This tiny little hole in the wall one is $44 a day. That is 75 meters squared.
$1,300 a month, give or take. Okay, so rent prices are a little whack. I'm not sure how they compare to ours, but they are. I was gonna say real quick that like I sometimes wish games like these were like cooperative multiplayer, so you could have different people running different parts of the business and you could like delegate them properly. Still all like accounting to the one player owner business.
I am all for that, except for the fact that okay, is this a 1 or 2? Okay, it looks like it's 2. Alright. We'll just do warehouse 14, why not?
Warehouse 13-2. So you're all for that, except?
I have a lot of time where I'm just sitting here like, I have nothing to do.
That's interesting, because most of the time with these games, like, you end up with, like, a bunch of micro that's kind of just annoying to do.
Well, there is some of that, but not enough where I would want to, you know, give it off to other people.
Interesting.
It is very unique for this particular variety of game.
I'm gonna be real, it's probably one of the reasons I often see it recommended a lot for businessy games. It's been consistently at one of those, like, I look up, like, I want a, like, tycoon-esque game. I want to play something, and then people just recommend this, and I'm like, I've seen Zeb play it. I might buy it. And then I keep forgetting to.
I am very much a fan of this game.
Good.
Alright, there we go. Got that applied, or put in there. So now, we're gonna...
Sorry. That truck parking space would give me so much anxiety if I had to park every day in there.
Yeah? Just a little bit. As a treat.
It's like, oh, you moved a little to the side. Whoops.
Those garage doors could definitely be wider.
Oh, the garage doors are a nightmare too. They just, please, no thank you. Blah. And also, like, it's a truck. Why wouldn't you just park it outside and then park the rear end to the garage door to then load it up? Like a loading area. Like in normal warehouses. Why
Well,
don't you just park it inside the warehouse?
I mean, on the plus side, I only need to do that once. And then it's up to my delivery drivers. And I pay them to handle that stuff.
I mean, that's fair. Is it even safe to park a truck in a warehouse? Wouldn't that just, like, carbon dioxide the warehouse?
Yeah, it's safe. I mean, we're not talking about teeny tiny warehouses, and it's not like the trucks are just constantly running.
Okay.
They
I guess as long as it's ventilated, yeah.
Yeah, they ventilate it, and also the trucks, you know, they go in, they load them, they turn it off, load it up, turn it on, drive out. And most of the time when they're going in and out, the garage door would be open anyways.
But if you don't leave the truck on, how can you listen to the music banging from the radio, you know?
Have a radio in the warehouse!
Ugh. So much work. Just use the radio in the truck. Duh, roll down the windows. In fact, play the same radio from both trucks at the same time to maximize the volume.
So Gib Gab's nonsense aside, I think this is where we're going to call it today, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us on the stream today. That was Big Ambitions. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, using our Humble Bundle partner link, grabbing merch over at zgfgaming.store, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everybody, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye.